Good morning, students. So let us start the next chapter, chapter number 3, two stories about flying. And here we are going to discuss part 1, which gives about, because in this chapter two parts are given. One is for seagull and another is for aeroplane. That's pilot. Two different parts are given here. So that's why here that we have to discuss the first one. So this chapter is about written by Lan O. Flaherty and Frederick Forsyth. So this chapter talks about bravery and cowardice. Two are the relative terms. If you look at in short the outline or the sketch of the chapter revolves around the two things. One is bravery and the second one is cowardice. Both are the relative terms here, related with each other. And one should not lose hope in the danger, because the chapter is very meaningful, interesting chapter. Two stories are given. The chapter is in the form of story, and the two stories, one is about seagull, second is about aeroplane, the flight. It is given. So now the writer wants to say, though we are in danger, but that time we are in difficulty, problem, danger or anything, that time should not lose your hope. Sometimes it happens, whenever we are doing anything for the first time, so fear it means common thing. It is as usual, it is possible, we can understand. To afraid, to fear, it means to take a step ahead whenever we are doing the thing for the first time. It means, for example, we are learning cycling or anything. We are learning swimming for the first time. So going in the water, into the water, it is definitely not easy for the learners, especially for that boy, for that man who is going for the first time. To dive, it is not possible, not easy. So that we can understand. But still the writer says that we should not lose hope. We should learn the things. We should gather the courage, and then definitely we could anyhow, don't think about the result. Go ahead. And then when you start, for example, when you go there, when you dive in the water, automatically your parts will support, your body parts will start moving. Either only sitting on the bank of the river, sitting on the edge of the well, looking at the water, not possible to swim. So for that we have to go there, we have to dive, we have to jump. So in the same manner, and the first story which given about the seagull, one seagull, one bird, and in his family total 6 members. For example, his two parents, father and mother, 3 sons and 1 daughter. And in here among 3 sons, one is seagull, who is the younger one, and 1 sister is given. So this is what the this is what the family he is given, and he is the youngest one. Who? This seagull is the youngest one. Or there are no problem. So coming to the first point, the seagull's family. Right now that we have discussed, that seagull's family consists total 6 members, father, mother, and 3 sons and 1 daughter. And he is the youngest one, this seagull. All of them are expert in flying, expert in diving, flying, jumping, soaring, everything. All the children and the parents, except this youngest one, this seagull. They know how to collect their food, they know how to dive for the fish in the water, how to fly in the sky without any fear. But this is the only one that he could not fly. Even he could not collect his own food there. He has to rely on his parents for the food. Why? Because he is afraid. That was his first flight. That first time that he was going to fly. So that's why he is afraid. So then his parents tried a lot to teach him, because we know that it means how much the time the parents, how much the times the parents could accompany us, that we cannot say. It means or our guardians, we cannot say. One day that we have to do the things ourselves independently, that we have to do the things. Life is uncertain. So that's why for each and everything, especially our primary needs, we cannot depend on others. So one day we have to do the things independently ourselves. So here the intention was clear of the parents, that they wanted to teach their child that how to fly, how to do the things independently without fear, and how to collect the food, how to dive for the fish in the water, how to fly, it means how to be on the surface of the water, how to swim, all these things. But here this seagull, that's scared, afraid to fly, to take the first flight, not able to do, and does not, and so many efforts, attempts made by the parents, but still there was no change at all. Continuously, that they tried many attempts, his brother, his sister, everyone, that they flew in front of him, that they were taunting him, they scolding him, everything, that they tried, but no use at all, no effect at all. So then, so that's why for his food, for his primary needs, that he had to rely on his parents. And the parents, they did not want this kind of the thing. They wanted, just like other his brothers and sister, that he should also, it means be self-reliant. He should be independent. He should learn the things. So after that, what happened? So young seagull's fear of flying. Next point. So what was his fear? That was his first flight. Just like whenever we learn cycling or swimming for the first time, so definitely this is a general thing, that's having the fear before jumping, before paddling, etc. All these things. So the same manner that this seagull, that having the fear in the mind, that if I take, for example, if I jump, so definitely what would happen? If I jump, that my wings would not support me. Who thinks in this way? That seagull thinks in this way. For example, if I take a flight, if I tries to fly, what would happen? My wings would not support me, and I would fall down. And what would happen? I would fall down into the sea of the water. Beneath sea was there, so definitely I would fall down. So that was his fear, right? But the parents, they tried to teach him, they tried to learn, it means different methods the parents used along with his brothers and sister, but no effect at all. So parents rebuked him, threatened him, taunted him by using the different methods, but he did not, it means he was not able to learn the first flight that he was unable to take because of the fear in his mind, because of the phobia of that flying or the water, that he thought that it means the things would not support me, especially his wings, if I try to fly there, and I would fall down. So that's why. Next point, the parents leave young seagull alone. So the parents, that they decided to do something. They decided to attempt something different way. So that's why what they did there, they left him alone. From the last 24 hours, from the 24 hours, nobody has attended him. Nobody came near to him. No, neither his parents nor his brothers and sister. Nobody came there. Why? Because they intentionally did this thing. And sometimes it becomes necessary in our life also, that the parents, that they sometimes that they need to be stern, that they need to be harsh with the children if they want to teach the proper things. Otherwise, always if we are showing the soft side to the children, so sometimes it is not possible. Sometimes we need to, it's a mixture we need to do. Sometimes we need to rebuke them, we need to scold them, sometimes we need to love them. So all these things should be there. So now here the parents, they tried each and everything. They tried all the methods, but they did not able to teach him. So that's why they decided to do something different. That what they did. So after so many efforts or the attempts, that they left him on the rock, that he was alone and nobody attended him, neither parents nor brothers or the sister. Nobody went there to ask him to give him the food or something. And he was hungry there. So what to do? So without, they left him on the ledge of the rock, on the edge of the rock, that they left him. He tried. For example, that time he tried, but he could not, collect, he could not gather that kind of the confidence, that kind of the courage. And due to the fear, once again, that he went to his hole there, at his home, his hole there, due to the lack of courage. So they again that they taunted him, everything that they did, but no, including the brothers, sisters, and in front of him, when he was standing, when he stood there, when he had been left on the ledge of the or edge of that rock, in front of him, that he noticed his brothers, his sister, everyone, that they were swimming, enjoying, they were flying, diving to collect, to catch a fish, everything that he noticed, but he could not gather the strength, he could not, gather the courage to go ahead, to take a flight, to take a step ahead. He could not do this. So later on, no one, but though he was striving there, the extreme heat was there, the temperature was there, but nobody came for his help there. It means no one comes near him for giving the food. He was hungry at that time. From the last night, that nobody has attended him, that seagull, and that was intentionally. That was the purposefully the parents and the brothers and the sister that they did. Now the another point, hunger and the heat increases. That he could not tolerate. That he tried to go there, he moves close to the ledge, to the edge of that rock, that he wanted to get the food, but no use at all. He tried his best, he wanted to give the signal to his brothers and sister, his parents, that I am hungry, that I am striving here. But nobody has noticed, because everybody was busy. For example, his brothers and his sister, that they were busy. Already that they had some hearty breakfast, they took some heavy breakfast, so that's why they were dizzying now, they were taking rest. Who? His brothers and sister. And what was his father doing? His father, that he was cleaning, he was reckoning, he was cleaning his feathers, his father, that seagull's father. And his mother, what was she doing? His mother, that she was steering a fish into the different pieces in front of his eyes. A fish was there at her feet of his mother, and in front of him, in front of seagull, intentionally that she was making the pieces of that fish, intentionally, because she felt that at least looking at the food, that he would try, he would take a jump dive. So that's why intentionally in front of his eyes, that she was at her feet, trying to cut the fish into the different pieces. So everybody was busy, but no use at all, he tried his best. Right? So this is what the beginning of this story starting is given. So last 2-3 points that we will continue in the next video. Thank you and have a good day.